And welcome to our live discussion, the Itty Bitty Nerdy Committee. I'm Table,
I'm Red.
And it is I, Shino Brando.
and we'll be discussing news from across the multiverse, live from video games, anime, comics, and more. And stick around after the news for our votes on the Game Award.
Right on, right on. So I'll start. Yeah, we are Downy Beastie tonight. He is preoccupied elsewhere in a multiverse. He's got an adventure of his own to take care of right now. We wish him luck on his adventure.
Yeah,
He's on a crossover.
Yeah, he's on his own 10-part saga.
But I'll start the news tonight. So, Red, please, what do you guys want to start? The good news or the bad news?
Can we start in a galaxy far, far away?
We can, and that's where the good news, bad news games begins. Which one do you want?
Good news.
The good news. So, Natasha Lou Bordizzo. She is now your Sabine Wren, live action. Yes.
Yes.
Slowly but surely, the Filoni part of the Galaxy Far, Far Away comes together.
We are thrilled to see it.
In fact, so much so that now a lot of people are like, oh, so we're for sure getting Ezra and we're for sure getting Thrawn live action. It's for sure happening. So yeah, keep your eyes out for more casting for that show. She's gonna be a mainstay on Ahsoka, so she's main cast.
Also,
that's exciting. That's exciting.
That hair better be vibrant fucking purple.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna do something with it. I'm sure this is Sabine years later, with Ahsoka. This is years later, so I'm sure they're gonna do something matured, but harking back to the good old days of Rebels. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see it happen. I've been wanting live action. I fell in love with Rebels a little late in life, and that cast was that's probably my favorite set of Rebels I've ever watched in ever. To be honest with you,
fun.
Yeah, they're so good. Yeah, so I'm happy to see them coming to live action. Do you want the bad news now?
I guess.
I suppose.
Okay. Well,
it is your displeasure.
Yeah, it's at my displeasure. Here I go. I'll give you a good one. Ghosts speak. Kathleen Kennedy back from the dead. She says, "Hey, guess what, guys? Those characters from the sequel era, we're not done yet.
No, can't we be done?
I got a little bit. She says we got a little bit more for you.
I would like if she didn't.
I know. I want the refund also, but we're already emotional.
I don't know if you're gonna get that, but I would just like if they just know.
No,
just take
I know.
Them back. just take them back.
No, are you guys ready for more adventures of Rey, Finn, and Poe?
I'm excited for 2 out of 3 of those characters.
Yeah.
And they better be roommates.
They better be. You know what? I want a buddy cop show. God damn it. Well, listen, not buddy cop, but if we can get Spice Runners in space, yeah. I'm down for that. But listen, other than that,
I would give it
this is a bad idea. Yeah, exactly. This is a bad idea. But hey, she insists that she's gonna do it. So keep your eyes open for some sequel era news down the pipeline.
Also, what really gets me is just that those aren't TV actors; those are very firmly film actors. Mm-hmm. So either they're making some sort of movie, or they're gonna put them out of their element into TV shows for either a cameo or something, and that's not gonna go well.
But also, the closer we get, the amount of money that Disney has put into streaming this past week, this past year, is $33 billion. All of their shows are just movies, just broken up into 10 pieces.
Very much so, yeah. Like HBO, like how HBO does it, man. It's no different.
So, I think the line between TV actors and movie actors is starting to become less and less, every year that goes on.
True enough, you make point. We have Anthony Mackie and all these guys still running. Sebastian Stan, they're all running TV shows right now. You're very right. Yeah.
And if the sets are treated just essentially like a movie with just numbers attached, essentially, then you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's not like you're trying to, pull them onto what little remains of the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
right? It's not so stylized like that. It's more like this grandiose epic that you were already playing with in the first place.
Right. I just I don't know. No one's asking for Resistance era, if you even want to call it that now, because I guess that's over. But I don't know what you can really go. You literally had her Goku at the last second and wipe out everything. So I mean, I don't know what you're really gonna face now, other than some, I don't know, random alien force.
The real enemy. What do you got, Red?
Somehow Palpatine returns.
Yeah, listen,
Not
man.
again.
I wouldn't even. You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe instead of Luke, we get Rey.
Oh, we don't want any of that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, well.
Finn with 3 ends?
Oh boy.
That hurt me deep inside. I need you to know, I don't even get Star Wars that much, and I appreciate that you both do, but like, that hurt me.
Oh man. I can't wait for I can't wait for Poe Dameron to be delivering Dameron pizza around the galaxy. That's gonna be a fun show. I can't wait for that. I mean, hey man, Oscar Isaac is already hired. He's on campus now, so you might as well exploit that as much as possible. We love you, Oscar. We love you.
Yeah,
we do.
You can just pull him over from Moon Knight. Be like, hey, come here.
Yeah, exactly. We need to borrow you on this set. Can you fly 3 hours away? Yeah.
Yeah, hold this blaster, put this jacket on. Guess what? What? You're Poe again. Fuck.
God damn it.
You wrote me in. God damn it. Okay. How many episodes?
Hey, look over there. Whoops.
Yeah, right.
How much money is coming to my door? Got it. I guess I'm Poe again.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I am Poe again. You're right.
Yeah. Unfucking fortunate though.
Yeah, that's my Star Wars news for now.
We love it. We hate it. Star Wars is the gift that keeps giving and taking.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, speaking of gifts that keep on giving, thank you for that, Table. Because here, check this out. These, the Marvel camp is that camp that keeps on giving. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Check. So which one of the news do you want first? Which piece? Do you want the Blade news or do you want the Michael Keaton news? Which one do you want first?
I'd like to start with Blade, please.
I also would like to start with Blade, please.
Right on. Well, Delroy Lindo, if you haven't seen him in The Five Bloods or The Harder They Fall, both wicked movies. Goddamn, check out The Harder They Fall. I think they're both on Netflix for that matter, so go watch those. The Five Bloods does feature Chadwick Boseman, so if you want to get more of Chadwick, that's a good movie to check out.
Oh, if you want to shed a single tear by watching a man, yeah.
Go ahead. He puts on a great performance in that movie, as is the norm for him. And the rest of the cast follows through. Even has good old he who shall not be named in there. What's his name? From Loki. Jonathan Majors is also in that film. The cast is big. Go watch that movie if you haven't watched that movie. Magnifique. Anyways, he's been casted in Blade. In an undisclosed road.
God damn it.
Undisclosed. Yeah. But here's what people are speculating, including me. We're taking Whistler, and we're changing him.
Excellent. I'll take it.
Oh.
I'll take it right now.
I am on board for that, actually.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are feeling, that we're taking the white trope, white savior trope, and reversing that and having it as Delroy Lindo is Whistler and is the father figure to Blade, is what everybody's guessing. Which I want to happen, so hey.
Can I throw a wild theory at you based on absolutely nothing?
What?
So, like, the main villain usually of Moon Knight is the Bushman.
Mm-hmm.
Or a villain, I should say. He's got a very limited rogues gallery and sometimes borrows from
everybody else.
Yeah, Dracula of all people.
Yeah.
What if he's both the Bushman and Whistler? You know how Marvel likes to combine characters like Ned Leeds, for example?
Could, yeah.
What if he's Whistler, but he's taking bits and pieces from the Bushman?
Maybe. I wouldn't want to rob Blade of someone to talk to, and I'd rather and I'd rather it not be another damsel in distress companion and or such. I mean, like, hey, having that gritty, right, exactly. Having that gritty old guy, backing you up, kind of heat. It's kind of dope. Still, I would like to see that happen. So, I hope he's Whistler. That'd be nice.
It occurs to me that I was just talking about Moon Knight, and that's not related to anything you just fucking said.
That is fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. On the other side, though.
Yep.
The other side, I see a familiar face.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and he let loose that he was at the Marvel camp filming stuff as Vulture, but he didn't say as to what.
I mean, like...
Well, he was in prison.
He's in prison in Morbius, in the Morbius trailer.
He's actually outside. He's out of prison.
My point still stands. He's in the Morbius trailer.
What do you think they even charged him with? Destruction of property?
Who knows? But that means the Stark universe belongs. Yeah.
Child endangerment.
Yeah. Right? The Stark
Assault.
stuff.
Yeah.
The Stark robbery belongs in the Sony universe suddenly now. So I mean that's there, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, there's gonna be 6 fucking villains in this upcoming Spider-Man movie, and I can't get away from it. Until I see this movie, there's 6 villains. I don't care.
But you see, the thing is, like filming for that is done.
Yeah.
Filming for Morbius is done. So what has he been doing on set, filming lately? That's got to be new. The last 2 movies they're filmed and cut and they're ready to go.
We actually know how recent it was because he could be fucking with us.
He said,
or he may just not have.
He said last week. Yeah, he said he was just there recently, literally recently filming some stuff as Vulture, but he wouldn't say what project. He just said as the character. So there's something going down.
What was it the other week that they? Oh no, that would be too early. I don't know.
I mean,
and none of the shows they announced would have him in it or are far enough in development to have him in it. So unless it's a Sony tied in project,
could be, and that's what people are thinking. It could be a Sony project that. Who knows what's going on right now?
Maybe the Craven movie got off the ground. I don't know.
Maybe, who knows? But he said he went there to film a few things, not too long. He was just there for about a week long, and filmed some stuff.
Marvel can fuck around with their timetable on filming stuff for their end credit scene.
True.
So you might end up somewhere with one of those.
Who knows?
Maybe the end of Spider-Man takes us into Morbius.
Yeah,
maybe.
I would not like that, but maybe.
Maybe.
Marvel's been pretty good these days about their movies technically standing alone. So I would prefer it if they do not change that trend.
Is true.
Yeah.
It's Sony that's coming to the Marvel camp, not the other way around.
Exactly. Things are starting to fold together. Times are starting to lapse. We have timelines converging. You see how the story goes. Multiverse. Things are happening for real. So I mean, who knows? But that is
wait and see, I suppose.
Exactly. But that is all my news, man.
All right. I believe that makes it my turn.
Yeah.
Red, take us to Power Rangers, please.
10-4.
You both have Power Rangers news. Talk to me.
We do not.
Oh no. Oh
no. My Power Rangers news is actually pretty simple. For anyone who was paying attention, they may have noticed that back in February, basically almost all Power Ranger shows got pulled off of Netflix. Like they were there, and then they were fucking gone. And the big thing about when they got pulled off of Netflix was they didn't go anywhere. It's not like, oh, well, now you can check them out on Disney Plus. Oh, you can check them out on HBO Max. It was high seas or nothing, baby, if you wanted to watch old Power Rangers.
A bunch of it landed on YouTube, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the last year, give or take a month, they've just been nebulously off in the fucking ether. You know, they've been lost in the grid. That's what's been going on.
There you go.
Okay. Lost in the power grid. I gotcha.
Yep.
But Netflix and Nickelodeon have once again been in cahoots, negotiations, discussions, and
in
Power
bed
Rangers
together.
will be coming. They've gone out for coffee a few times and they've gone back to Netflix's place.
That's correct.
And Power Rangers will once again be brought to Netflix. All of it, including Dino Fury, the recent series. So I'll finally be able to watch that not through illicit means, which I'm very excited about.
Dark waters, you say? Understood.
Yes, exactly.
Not to step into your news, I'm sure you're going to talk about it, but the first season of Dino Fury is there already.
Yeah, it's the same
or
way that
the
I
first
think
half of it.
some of Beast Morphers is also still on there, but there's a whole bunch that's not for reasons, and it should all get added up so we have the actual content.
Correct. If you're going to put Power Rangers somewhere, you put it all, or you put Mighty Morphin and the newest one, and you stop. And you put it all somewhere else easily accessible.
But it hasn't been. It just hasn't been. But apparently it's a, quote, whole world approach that they're taking, which is why they're going with Netflix on this one rather than like HBO Max, which is incredibly inconvenient, or Crave, which is also inconvenient.
That's correct.
Which, yeah. This should hopefully make Power Rangers actually accessible for people. I'm pleased.
If I may jump on.
Always.
Netflix and Power Rangers have also gone back to Netflix's place with the announcement that they are constructing the Power Rangers universe.
They made a whole baby. God damn.
Yep.
They've made a whole baby.
Yep. So that includes revisits of 90s era Power Ranger stories. What that'll mean is that the current template of how this movie is going to go, or a movie is going to go, is a team from modern day of Power Rangers will be thrown back to the 90s and will have to Back to the Future themselves to now.
Okay.
I very desperately want to hear someone call something totally radical.
What I hope they do is they would be crazy not to set both those places in Angel Grove in both time periods.
Yeah, obviously.
My hope is whatever remains of the dojo from the 90s season, they reconstruct 1-to-1. And to see the 90s dojo in HD in 16:9, my entire fucking heart would sing.
You mean at Ernie's place?
Yeah. All right, Ernie.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. For real, I feel that. Yeah, they're gonna have to reconstruct it, but like, yeah, I know what you mean.
And I feel like Netflix and Hasbro and whoever and Saban and all of them peoples, all the people that had participated in the baby making.
The people who came together.
Yeah, all have much respect. Like, based on just the Lightning Collection, which continues to be an awesome wave of figures, like, no matter what season you're into. Unless you're into anything produced by Disney, then suck their ass, apparently.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yep.
As you should.
We'll talk about them later.
Oh, boy.
But all of those people have much respect for this franchise. Well, 90% of it. And so it won't be a return to the 2017 film, which was radically different but good in its own ways.
It did its own thing, and it did a decent job of its own thing. It's just, that's not what people wanted out of a Power Rangers movie.
No. No. I find that it suffers the same way that the current Cowboy Bebop suffers. Is that people were expecting something, and it was pitched very one way, and anybody with two eyes and two brain cells could see that it wasn't going to be that. And it couldn't have been. But I'm looking forward to a Netflix Power Rangers universe a lot. And also, stay tuned to some time on the channel where we will talk Dino Fury.
Okay.
I'm excited to do so.
Right on. All right, what else you got?
All right, so my next piece of news, I want to start that off with asking you guys a question. So if I said, what's a well-known Latinx superhero? Who you got?
Honestly, you got me a little stumped.
Wait, hang on.
You got me a little stumped.
Because I can think of one big one these days.
Like Vibe. That's all I got for you,
Jaime
man.
Reyes.
Yep.
Oh, Blue Beetle, yeah. True enough, yes.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
However, some people have decided that they are going to take issue with that. Specifically, AWA Studios has taken issue with that. And they are putting out a new book that will be releasing early 2022 called Primos or Primos. Apologies, I took French, not Spanish in high school, so my pronunciation will be what it is.
Fun fact, they're not so much apart from each other, so either pronunciation is probably correct.
One of them is bound to be right.
Yeah.
We're trying here. Regardless, they're putting out a book that is specifically about Latinx heroes. As you can see by some of the colors on screen, some of the covers specifically harken back to the Mexican flag. And the two primary heroes, though not the only ones featured, are a pair of Mayan brothers who fucked off to space for a little while and then come back down to see their entire home gone, lost, and fundamentally altered by things like, colonization.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And the discussions around this from the people involved, including Madrigal, and a former Marvel Comics editor-in-chief, Al Madrigal, there's his last name, and the artist is Carlo Barberi.
Okay.
Where they're talking about it is very much not we want to make the coolest, most badass characters ever. It's we want to see ourselves represented in comics with heroes that are real and heroic and still flawed and comprehensive characters, which is all anyone can ever ask from a comic book.
That's
so
true.
Truly.
Let's face it, a lot of heroes look like Table and I.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason. I will never complain about a hero that was white being anything else, because that only ever makes their stories more interesting.
Whistler, there we go. Exactly. Blade's about to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I had a whole conversation this week about the Black Canary from the Birds of Prey film, and while there are a lot of decent critiques of that movie because of some liberties it took, Dinah Lance being black was not one of the problems. Neither was the focus on female characters. You had issue with either of those things, you're a dick.
Not at all.
That's correct. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, or I wreck you. Anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I was going to say, in fact, that whole cast did wonderfully in that movie, but that's about it. I'm going to say about it.
But anyway, this book will be focusing on these two Mayan brothers and 3 of their modern-day descendants who they will be granting powers to in order to stand up and save the world.
So,
I think this will be super cool.
Heroes with representation and legacy characters built in, sold.
I dig it.
Yeah. And these are these 3 characters, what we know of them is that they are cousins who have never met, which means we'll get to see all kinds of fun dynamics come up. And we get to go to more areas than just Mexico, where we'll be pulling characters from all across Central and Southern North America for this.
Nice. Okay.
Right. This is cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It will be released both in English and in Spanish at the same time across multiple digital platforms and in print on February 2nd, 2022. 2 covers are pretty much what they're going to be. And for now, it's a 4-issue run because AWA is not one of the big houses. This is an independent publisher. So they're not going to commit to a larger project. But you know what a 4-issue miniseries means? They've got a story and they're going to tell it.
That it's going to have an ending.
It's going to have an ending.
That it's enough pages to make a Hollywood script. I see what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it's not wrong.
If I may jump in for like a hot second, it's going to be a brief touch of news, and then we're going to jump to my actual news.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, let's flip back to us for a hot second. So, y'all remember Noctera?
Always.
Yes.
I have been keeping up with it.
Anyway,
cool as fuck.
Anyway, it's going to Netflix and it's being pitched as a television series.
Look at that.
That's great news, Red. That is really good news.
And it was going to
look so
cool. It's going to look so cool. There's a big bad villain that if you don't know who his name is, we're going to move on. But
Scary man with the teeth.
Scary man based in a specific color, yes. I want that in live action now, tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and have a trailer.
That shit was sick. I am happy to hear that's becoming something. That's cool.
We
It looks
have
so
a
fucking cool.
really
Yeah.
good relationship with Noctera the book. We've covered it several times.
Yeah.
And
If you
we've got half a mind to just tell you the whole fucking story from scratch again, just to do an episode on it, because it's cool.
It's so cool. It's such a cool world, and everything they add in terms of its world building and its character building continues to be cool as shit. It's just like there are actually a lot of books that are coming out now that I'd recommend either keeping up with or taking a look at the trade when it comes out. But Noctera is near the fucking top of that list. Like
110%. And the fact is, it's not Marvel and it's not DC, and it's still on our top, like the top of the last 2 years list.
it's fucking great.
What started off as essentially a Kickstarter project has boosted Scott Snyder into this like big person to mess with, and he's gonna make his way to Hollywood, and we're very fucking happy about it.
Thank God. Netflix needs something. They can't bank on the Mark Miller verse. We see how that went with Jupiter's Legacy.
Jupiter's Legacy was a great popcorn film, and you got to see free Channing Tatum in Space Skates.
No, not Jupiter's Ascending. Jupiter's Legacy. Different.
You're right. My bad.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
That's
a different pile you're digging at.
Anyway, while she emotionally recovers from that, let's jump to my news, shall we? This week, if you follow us on Twitter at Crusade Nerd, we celebrated Doctor Who Day. And with that, we shared our thread of going over every incarnation of the character known as the Doctor and every episode we recommend.
It's many. Spoiler alert.
'Tis many. We shared a little bit ago on the Itty Bitty with Hercules that Jodie's last season is coming up. What was announced this week on Doctor Who Day was a New Year's Day special. Included was this image of the TARDIS breaking.
Oh no!
They've pulled that shit before.
They have pulled that shit before, but we are currently in an era of Doctor Who where we are migrating from like your television model to like your HBO Max, a grand epic story told in 6 parts over a handful of weeks. And we're smack dab in the middle of it right now. The season is called Doctor Who Flux.
Okay.
Put that together how you will.
The Wiggles.
Time Wiggles.
Oh, thank you. So that I stopped right now.
I'm so sorry.
So
Take a second. Yeah.
Jodie's last season, right? Jodie Whittaker's last season as the 13th Doctor, which means in the next couple weeks, we will probably get the announcement of who will be playing the 14th Doctor. Because at the end of 2022, Jodie's Doctor Who incarnation will regenerate. So,
are there anybody in the lineup so far? Any names?
No, not thus far. We've just ever so barely been told that this was her last one just a month or two ago. So it's still, they're still filming with her. So it's not even, it's barely possible that they filmed her regeneration sequence yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let alone have an actor for the other side of that. However, in 2022, we will have a 3 to 4 part mini series. It will be, instead of our usual 45-minute long episodes, or an hour as the ones that are currently available on Crave, weekly, I might add, they will be 1.5-hour long specials throughout the year.
God damn, okay.
Instead of week to week, it's a 3-part epic. Ending
Back to being serials.
Yeah. Ending with Jodie's regeneration.
Okay.
It is my personal want that the person who plays the fugitive doctor, the Jo Martin, the black lady, for those that don't follow, I wish for her to be the 14th Doctor, because that makes sense in my head because they have yet to explain that character.
Right. Okay.
But Lord fucking knows, we might get the end result of that or an explanation of that this season. It just hasn't happened for us yet.
Yeah.
But
for no reason,
honestly.
For no reason, Idris Elba is now your new Doctor Who. Why? He's so big.
Idris Elba would never take that low of a paycheck.
I know.
Per episode, it costs about $1 million. That dude needs $4 million to walk onto a set, at least bare minimum.
Yeah.
That dude needs $4 million to breathe your air. Like,
well, I mean, he's still up to doing Luther. I mean, Luther can't be that much more expensive. So, I mean, I don't think it could be, right? I mean, there's not much to film other than Idris Elba around like London. So I mean, I don't know.
Lord only knows. Anyway, a little bit of tangential stuff around Doctor Who, though.
Mm-hmm.
So,
should we be concerned?
You should be. There are people in Parliament in the UK that maybe don't fully understand what it means to have a character that represents you.
Oh dear.
And it is my displeasure, but also like my want to show you how fucked up this is.
Oh no.
Allow me just to grab it.
While you grab it, I'm letting my cat out of the room. He's yelling.
Do it.
No problem.
All right, we're potato-less. Where's the bad?
Anyway, Conservative MP Nick Fletcher says Doctor Who being played by women has pushed young men into crime.
What?
I saw that earlier.
That the fact that there are... his words were laid out as follows. That the lack of role models for young men pushes them into a life of... his words were sin and unpleasantness. Because it's the UK, they use those kind of words. And Doctor Who Twitter has continued to roast this man for all the his worth.
Maybe if you want young men to have good role models, you could be a decent fucking father, shithead. Like, come on, man.
How stupid all that sounds.
Hella dumb.
Okay, I have.
Yeah,
no, it's so stupid.
Go.
I'm sorry. There are so many. Okay, like, yo, bro, role models. Sorry, I didn't know the switching of Doctor Who was that much of an epidemic across the nation.
Right.
For young lads. Sorry, I didn't know that. I mean, fucking, how old's Batman? Like fucking 85 years old. I mean, what are you grasping at, guys? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What's happening here? This is stupid. This is dumb.
Yeah, this dude goes on to talk more and more about it and tries to backpedal his own words, but also he's reading them right from a piece of paper inside of Parliament.
Buddy, who wrote that speech for him and thought it would go well?
He did.
Oh, there's like for every female character out there, there's gotta be like 200 men. So I mean,
committed
like,
crimes.
And also, let's committing all
every
sorts of crimes.
Character generates 200 crimes.
Right? It's almost like there's no data to support that adding female role models and the transition of roles to female characters encourages that in any way, shape, or form, you absolute dunderhead.
Oh my god.
Since when was the Doctor a symbol for not committing crime? What?
I'm pretty sure
crime all the time.
Oh my god.
Also time crimes. I'm pretty sure
crimes all the time.
I'm pretty sure Jodie's current the 13th Doctor's current motto is be gay and do crimes.
Wow.
They say, yeah.
Wow. I mean, my life has changed. You know what? I didn't want Jodie Whittaker to play Doctor Who. That since she is, I want to go rob a corner store. Just because I'm mad at that now.
I actually stopped committing crimes the second she took the office of doctor. Sorry, guys. I am looking forward to committing more crime.
Is that how that works? So were you committing crimes until she took the role? And then if she leaves the role, are you going back to committing crimes? Oh my god, I see it now.
Unless another woman takes the
I get it. Okay.
Then my lineage of crime committing will continue.
Oh my god, so fucking stupid.
Versus the non-binary folks who are actually committing crimes at all times.
Oh my
At a consistent level, in fact. It has not changed since she has taken the role.
Holy shit, bro. I am dead. That's so stupid.
Unbelievable.
You think that's dumb?
Oh no, what do you got?
Boy, what do you got
My
now?
next piece of news. My co-host.
Oh, what's this? What do they do? What's going on here?
Luke Cage police corruption story canceled by Marvel in shock decision.
I did see that, yeah.
The book, known as Luke Cage City of Fire, promised a story of police corruption and racial injustice, but now the writer has said that Marvel abruptly canceled the series.
Marvel, that's
it was like a month from print, right?
Yep.
Marvel, that's a no-no.
Its first issue's publication was going to be on December 29th. This was to pit Luke Cage, our hero from Harlem, in a mini-series that would pit the hero of Harlem directly against the corrupt institution led by former Kingpin, now Mayor of New York, Wilson Fisk, with a focus on contemporary issues.
If you can't let him punch fucking Wilson Fisk, who can you let him punch?
And that wasn't the problem. The problem was the alleged problem was that in issue 1, a young black male dies to police brutality.
Oh, you mean like what happens every day?
Yeah, exactly like that. But too dark for print, apparently.
I guess so.
There are Marvel has not come out and said anything, obviously, because they're not gonna. But
wimps.
Because it was up for pre-order, based on how well his pre-order did, it might just come to digital. And then a collection of physical might still be available, but in trade.
I can live with that.
I also could live with that. However, Marvel just might be putting their foot in their own mouth and going, actually, this is a really bad time to do this, and we'd rather not.
Pathetic. You guys let Black Panther face the KKK, the fucking Ku Klux Klan, and you're afraid of this? Are you serious?
Well, the Ku Klux Klan are comedic, like in terms of the fact that they're like an over-the-top version of white supremacy, rather than the more grounded version that a lot of people face in their actual lives. So it's one thing for you to have someone kick the shit out of the KKK because normal racists, your standard racists, I mean, will go, oh, I'm not that. I don't dress up like a fucking wizard. I'm fine. It won't come for me.
I don't report to my local Grand Wizard.
Yeah, exactly. Versus your standard just shitty racist who actually would presumably be making an appearance in this book as the villain.
Right.
I still say they're chicken shit because they let the man face a whole clan when that was probably still the norm in the news.
And also, here, you don't even got to go that far back. Superman Smashes the Klan came out 2 years ago.
Right. But here I'm saying, like, Jack Kirby decided to write a storyline that spanned like a whole like 2 years almost, I think, or if not longer, of Panther versus the fucking Klan. Yeah. And he was dealing with some real shit that was really going on during that time. So I mean, Marvel, this is what you usually do. You usually reflect what's happening outside your fucking window. Always, actually. And so here I think this is a gross injustice because I mean, this is truly enough. This is a story that I like. Honestly, when
it doesn't get more world outside your window than this.
Like, honestly, to tell you the truth, when a lot of that was going down and it was coming more and more in the news, and you were seeing it, my head was immediately into the point where, how come they haven't done a Luke Cage story around that yet?
Yeah,
because to me it only made sense.
Right.
He's the only guy I know who can stand up to that, right?
Right.
Especially for that kind of scenario.
Yeah, precisely those issues.
Exactly.
Especially as a character who has his origins in like blaxploitation movements and all of that.
It.
That's the exact character to do that with.
So it's a shame that they're chicken shit out of this one, but hey, hopefully it gets a second life, man, because I would want to see that. That's a story that I have been literally imagining for like the longest time now.
And here is my promise to both the writer and any Marvel people that happen to catch this show.
Mm-hmm.
Should this comic be released in any way, shape, or form, I'm buying all 3 issues as soon as they're available. I will also buy the trade because fuck your chicken strips.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it will 100% be up for contention on this very show.
Yeah, I would really like to have read that. That'd be nice. That's the story I wanted, so.
Yeah. I don't like that Disney has taken this road.
Of course.
But my other piece of news was very lighthearted, and once I read this, I went, absolutely not. This needs to be addressed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's brace yourselves for anti-capitalist rant very quickly.
You do it so well.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's a big issue with the fact that Marvel and Disney are in such big cahoots these days. Is Disney cares a lot about its image as family friendly and as, soft and lovable and for everybody, which means they put pressure on Marvel, not only in their on-screen and cinematic stuff, but also in their print, because now Marvel is tied to Disney in name.
Yeah.
And so if Marvel continues to push boundaries socially and discuss hard questions as they've always done, because that's their fucking job, Disney looks bad. Disney looks like they have opinions on stuff, and Disney doesn't have opinions. That's too risky. They just have shows. They just have actors. They just have stuff to go look at.
And I bring to you the examples of Eternals having not only a mainstay character being openly gay on screen.
Yeah.
And it not being shown in certain countries, and Disney being okay with that.
It's about time they started caring about that.
And B,
that's
we had an entire show of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was not a one-to-one parallel to what I'm talking about, but still touched and wanted to and strove to touch upon these very issues.
Well,
it seems like they're
that's because Disney's finally getting it through their fucking head that this stuff does still sell, and that they're not alienating enough of a customer base for it to be an issue. And B, I still stand by that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was also pretty chicken shit about the fact that it was discussing racial issues until the very last episode, in order to make sure that they kept viewers the entire time, even if they were shitty people, which I still think was a dick. But it did get there in the end, so there's at least something to say for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking Disney.
God damn.
This is why I don't like the mouse.
Understood.
However, the people that we do like and continue to support our show is the Game Awards. Yeah. Every year for the past 2 or so years, we've been not only doing voting, but we've been co-streaming the Game Awards, and so it is time once again for that. So,
all right.
What we will start with is, by the way, we're going to skip all the esports stuff. None of us know esports. So
we don't know these people.
First, before you start, when is the Game Awards?
The Game Awards is the first week of December.
Okay.
December 9th.
Thank you.
December 9th?
Yes.
What day is that?
2 weeks from now.
Nice. Good job, us.
Yeah.
Thursday's our day to stream.
So we will be covering the Game Awards. Either the news from that, if it doesn't fall within our time, or we will co-streaming it from Jeff Keighley himself. However, back to the point of this segment, let's start off with most anticipated game. We've got Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the title that they're using currently, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Starfield.
I do want to say that I think this is a bitch ass of a category.
Yep.
Most anticipated. Fuck off. We don't know anything about them yet.
Yeah. Out of all of them though, I'm gonna have to say God of War Ragnarok. Because that game was that God of War. God of War was a hot game, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the way that ended, I think we all were like, yeah, we want that sequel. So yeah, I think that's the most anticipated one on this list right now.
Table.
See, Elden Ring recently dropped its playable trailer thing, and that was really fucking cool. Like, it was really good. But honestly, I think they dropped it just now to put Elden Ring back in people's heads specifically for the Game Awards, which points for strategy, but fuck your strategy. I'm also with God of War. I'll pick it up at some point to play it. I'm also super hyped for Horizon Forbidden West because Zero Dawn was fucking cool, as was both of the DLCs for it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel the need for more of that the way Dad of War left you going, okay, so now what? We didn't even get to kill any gods.
Yeah.
And
I feel cheated.
My vote is also for God of War. However, the one I want to pit it against is the Breath of the Wild sequel. Breath of the Wild to me is a complete game. I don't want any more.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it doesn't leave you going, I want more of this. I want what's next. You go, Breath of the Wild was a fucking gorgeous game. Moving on.
Yeah.
And I liked all the DLCs, but even with all the side stuff in different games, I went, yeah, but you told me the whole story. Where are you going?
Yeah.
And you also haven't told me anything about the game, so fuck right off. At least God of War Ragnarok had a trailer. Anyway.
All that, man. Yeah.
And again, from the last game, you have an idea of where we're going.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Best Debut Indie. We've got The Artful Escape, The Forgotten City, Kenna Bridges Spirits, Sable, and Valheim.
Bridge of Spirits, I've heard nothing but good things about.
Okay, I am not familiar with any of these. So I will go with whatever the gang says.
Bridge of Spirits, I have also heard nothing but amazing things about, not only in its like art direction, but the way the character plays. It is
They put in the fucking legwork on it. So
okay. So that's the one.
Credit to them.
Right on.
Content Creator of the Year. I've only heard of one of these.
Which one?
If you pick Dream, I'll kill you.
I know neither.
That's the only one I've heard of.
No. Look, I don't mean to be preachy about this, but I follow a bunch of people on Tumblr who are really into the Dream MSP or whatever, Minecraft survival server. I don't want anything to do with it because he's actually actively been a shitty person. And like he said during Pride Month that all of his donations from streams would go to queer charities and stuff. And he actually streamed once and donations were off.
All right, so that dude can eat the...
Fuck that guy.
So that dude can eat the whitest part of my ass.
Yeah. Gref is Greg, but with an F, which is pretty funny.
You know what? Let's go with Grefka because all of them. Let's go with.
I was gonna go with the girl because she's the only one there, and I think she deserves a vote, man.
Actually, you're right.
You're right. Without contention.
Right. Best. Also, she's the only one who's not obviously white.
And that's another reason.
And not very obviously a streamer. Like if you picture a streamer, it is a bigger white dude with a beard.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer, Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, I disagree with that choice, New World, and Valheim.
I am gonna
glad I am that Apex fucking Legends isn't here.
Right? I am not gonna go for Back 4 Blood because I'm hearing that people rather play Left 4 Dead, so that's not a good sign.
So
yeah, it's not.
Back 4 Blood, absolutely not. Monster Hunter Rise, I disagree it should land here, but okay.
Yeah.
New World can't win because this whole thing is sponsored by Amazon and they could bite my entire ass. Hi, we're just phased. Our new tagline, by the way, is Jeff Bezos' least favorite podcast.
Oh, okay.
Because all the money we make goes to charity, so he doesn't get squat.
Haha.
All right, good.
Valheim haven't played. It Takes Two is calling it multiplayer is a little bit much. It's a co-op game.
That's right.
Couch co-op. Yep.
It's fun couch co-op, but I mean,
that's not what I think multiplayer.
No, and the fact that like the theme behind that whole game is very like you're dealing with a fucking divorce and whatnot. But not everyone wants to sit there and play a game like that. So I mean, no.
Could you imagine? I'm sorry. I can assume. Did you try to play this with your partner?
No.
Okay, because I feel like that would be a weird vibe.
Yeah, no, we've watched gameplay and we're just like, this is. I mean, that's a heavy goddamn story. Goddamn, like who wants to play that?
My
You're trying to have a good time.
My partner and I couldn't do that.
Fuck that.
So, do we want to give it to Knockout City by default?
Yeah, by default, man.
10-4. All right.
We don't hate you.
Best sports racing game.
Oh well, does it really matter?
Actually,
Hot Wheels.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to F1 because I actually in real life enjoy F1 racing.
Oh, then we have some contention because I want to give it to Forza.
Oh, you like Forza racing instead?
They're always good, but they're whatever they are, you know.
I like F1 racing. That's me. But if you like Forza, I mean, hey,
Table split.
Forza's always a well-made game. It's always a well-made game. Sure. I wish it was Hot Wheels because I think that's funnier, but sure. As long as we're not giving it to fucking FIFA 22, which is just FIFA again.
Okay, Best Sims strategy game. Age of Empires, Evil Domination, Humankind, Inscription, and Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Give it to the Flight Simulator.
I've seen Inscription in play, courtesy of Markiplier. It's a very interesting game. It's a very strat-heavy game. You got to be smart when you're playing this game. So, if I would vote, I would vote that because it actually is a very. I've seen it in motion. It's a very mind-thinking game. Like you just can't. It's a card battle game, but you just can't go in there fucking Yu-Gi-Oh willy-nilly. You got to think.
You can't just fuck around. You got to actually go.
You got to actually think. So I would vote that.
I'm in for that. Let's go with that. Best family. It Takes Two is not on that fucking list. We're skipping past that.
Oh my god, why would that be there?
Mario Party, Pokemon Snap, Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and WarioWare to Get Together. Hey, did anybody else notice?
Just say this is a lot of Nintendo.
Yeah, I was just about to say this is just the Nintendo category plus Sony snuck their ass in.
Right. I am gonna give it to WarioWare.
Let's give it to Wario.
Wario. He doesn't win enough.
Also,
fuck Mario Party Superstar.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have a totally different game now.
Yeah.
And forget Bowser's Fury because I mean.
No, Mario Party Superstars is the one we play, Sheena.
Oh, that's okay. So fuck the previous one. Fuck that. And this one again, shenanigans. But
New
WarioWare
Pokemon Snap is a one-player game, so no.
And Bowser's Fury seems like a one-player's game also, unless you want to count Bowser Jr. in there for no reason.
No.
So then it's between It Takes Two and WarioWare.
WarioWare, man.
Again, we're not here for the divorce ski trip.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Best fighting game.
Oh.
Demon Slayer, Guilty Gear, Melty Blood, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and Virtua Fighter 5.
Guilty Gear Strive, because have you seen that game in actual motion?
I have not.
Pretty.
It's like watching a fucking anime, but
I'm looking at who did it. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
dude, it's beautiful. It's
Table. Are you gonna come in here and be like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl?
That'd be funny, but it's probably not a great game. It's probably just perfectly mediocre, and the bit and the selling point is that it's Nickelodeon.
Do you notice how I haven't tried to bribe you guys into trying to get that game? Anyway,
I've noticed. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
If it goes on super sale, that's a hot maybe. But
hot maybe.
Best role playing. Cyberpunk 2077. That's a broken game. Can't play it. Monster Hunter Rise. No, that's at least belongs on this list.
Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm going with that.
Scarlet Nexus has been a game I've been praising up and down.
Oh yeah, okay.
On Twitter for the last year and a half. Ever since it came out. Shin Megami Tensei 5 just came out. I haven't even had a chance to buy it, let alone play it. And Tales of Arise, I've heard nothing but good things.
I will give it to Shin Megami Tensei because that shit is closely related to Persona, which I know a lot of people
And
love.
Persona fucking slaps.
So I'm giving it to
Persona
that
does
because
slap.
apparently this series gave birth to the Persona series. So
100%.
I'm giving
Persona
it
is
that.
a spin-off.
Yeah, so I'm giving it that, man.
Table tiebreaker?
Yeah.
I've only seen gameplay of Tales of Arise, and then the requisite Cyberpunk 2077s of broken game. Come look at it, ha ha ha. Which really doesn't help with our fucking tie.
Oh, you know what though?
Ooh. Yeah.
But you said you've enjoyed Tales of Arise. You know that?
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things. Like I could be on board with that. I could jump on that bandwagon.
Let's give it
Alright.
the table, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Bandai Namco, there you go.
It's a really fun game.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sorry,
I
Scarlet
dig it.
Nexus. I love everything about your art style and the way you look and everything about it. And I've talked right to the person that made it, and he's a cool fucking dude.
Damn.
He talked to me in another language that I don't understand, but Google translates a
But
whole.
you were there.
I was there.
Sick.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Best action
Alright,
adventure.
next.
All right.
I'll just hover right there for a hot second. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village. That's a
I
fucking
love that
list.
Resident Evil's here.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
fucking
mad at
list.
that game though because that game for me didn't live up to what it should have been.
Yeah, Village wasn't as good as Biohazard.
Not at all. And I've never really played Ratchet and Clank. Not really my thing.
They're whatever.
I'm a little.
Psychonauts 2
Yeah.
was quite popular.
And also has
but
been
again,
winning awards left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I feel
But
like it's very similar to Psychonauts 1, which was not quite like a cult classic game, but fucking close, you know?
Yeah, very much so.
Apparently this
It
one
has-
took
it does
the
have a
audience.
following.
Apparently
Yeah.
this one took the audience and gave it everything it ever wanted.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
figured
That is
so.
good.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give it to my homegirl Samus though, because Metroid Dread was the shit.
So I'm
We're delighted.
100% 10-4. Yeah, not even
We're
arguing.
very excited to see her again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi,
no,
Samus.
Metroid. I've seen the full playthrough, and that game's the shit.
I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and I'm still absolutely loving it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a good
Best
game.
action game: Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal.
I hear good
Chivalry is
stuff about-
funny to
yeah,
watch, but
yeah.
I don't know if it should get best action game.
May I?
Yeah.
Deathloop.
That's
Yeah,
my
It
understanding
is-
is it's kind of similar to Super Hot, but not.
Yes, but all of these, like, Returnal and Far Cry 6 are kind of their own piece. Like they play
They're doing their thing.
similar to
Yo.
each other.
Listen, once you play Far Cry, you've played almost all of them, man. They're almost all the same.
Right.
Yeah, they've been the same since 3.
Yeah.
And Chivalry is fun to watch, but not fun to play. Back 4 Blood
Mhm.
seems like nobody wants to play right now.
Nope.
Deathloop looks like the most unique out of the bunch.
Yeah, it's an action game with a gimmick, and we do love gimmicks.
We do.
And also, our missing co-host would be remiss if we didn't vote for that.
Aye, Deathloop it is.
Okay.
For Beastie.
Or
For-
Beastie.
For Beastie.
Roger.
Best VR AR. Anybody got a VR?
No.
Footnote.
Hitman VR has been funny to watch people play.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is very much a what has been fun to watch people play.
I expect
expect
you
you to die?
Yeah.
Also really funny because people
yeah.
just flip the
Panic.
fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we want full murder or do we want just fuck around and find out?
Honestly, I didn't even know both. This is a category I've got no fucking clue on. So you guys picking them in.
Listen. So one, I'm happy to see Resident Evil 4 on there, but I don't care because I played that game already.
Gives a shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
that's the one I
Right.
did hear about. Apparently, if you're gonna play Resident Evil 4, this is the
Yeah.
way to do it now.
Yeah. I've been told also, but I mean, like I've seen that game so many times, and I'm betting it's a remaster. Yes, a VR remaster. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
I'll check it out. Cool. But best if you're looking for like a fun time that like almost everybody else can jump on board with, I would be expect you to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expect
That'd be
You
the
to
way to
Die
go
it
about it.
is.
Walk in, have a good time.
Yeah.
Presented by Chev got stuck and the Ford got stuck. Innovation in accessibility. Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Do we know what they were doing to get them these nominations?
I think Forza, you can remap the buttons really, really well. Anything that's available on an Xbox, so your Forzas, your Marvels, and I think the Veil all have that accessibility controller enabled.
Yeah.
And so that allows everybody from people with hard limitations to very soft limitations to be able to experience all these games.
Oh, Veil is said to be fully accessible for blind and low vision players. That's fucking cool.
That's cool. Okay. That's on top of being available on Xbox. I think it's the Veil. I think let's just give it to the Veil.
Yeah. It's not entirely perfect because obviously, that's a hard thing to adapt for in a video game. But they put a lot of work into it.
It's hard for me because I'd like to know what each game has done as quality of life here.
Far Cry. I'm just Googling the words width and accessibility.
There you go.
Because I'm interested. What did it do? Yeah.
Far Cry 6 has things like auto steering and auto aim accessible. So yeah, it looks like it's got reticle thickness, reticle sway, lock on aim. Yeah,
okay.
So
I can see how that's approachable to people. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Okay. Nothing major.
Yeah. Forza Horizon.
And like I say, Forza Horizon 5 is available on the Xbox, so that gives it the accessibility controller.
Mm-hmm.
Forza has interpreters for their dialogue that can do either ASL or BSL that'll just pop up on screen and sign the words.
That's so really cool. That's so much effort to put in.
Okay. Yeah. That's all right. What about Marvel? What do they do with
Guardians of the Galaxy?
I'm sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy is just a lot of words to type.
What do they do? Anybody Ratchet back in and we're good. What else?
Target lock options, aiming lock. You can skip quick time events. Objective log display timer comes with a slider.
Okay.
Special.
Basic RPG quality life stuff. What are Ratchet
looking like Forza?
Clank. Accessibility. It's got difficulty options. It's got combat assists as well, mostly aiming. It's got traversal assists.
Go this way. Don't go that way.
And some visual stuff to fuck with colors and stuff.
And so you said Veil, and you said Veil was what?
Veil has lots of sliders for the color
blind to low. No, Veil has accessibility for blind to low visibility people.
Oh,
so a lot of audio stuff. So
honestly, between the two of
I'd
those,
say Veil or Forza.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pull up exactly what they're doing. So okay, yeah, it doesn't do a perfect job in its attempts to deal with blind issues. It doesn't have captions, so not super great for deaf or hard of hearing. I say Forza.
Forza it is.
10-4. I'm glad we looked all that up and we learned all that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. You can't do great for one group and then fuck over another. Sorry, the Veil.
Best community support. Apex, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, Fortnite, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky because they built a whole new game.
They did. They just made a second game.
10-4. It'll always go to No Man's Sky.
Well, Destiny continues to be really good on its community support. And
honestly,
they're kicking ass. It's just...
Best mobile game. Fantasian, Genshin Icky, League of Legends, Wild Rift, Marvel's Future Revolution, and Pokemon League of Legends.
Pokemon Unite, man.
Pokemon League of Legends, 10-4. Yep.
Pokemon League of Legends versus the actual League of Legends.
Legends, damn right.
Best indie. 12
minutes. 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Over anything else on this right now.
12 minutes, Death's Door, Inscription, Canna, and Loop Hero. 12 minutes it is.
I'm
10-4.
sorry. Yeah, 12 minutes, man.
It's, the premise being you're replaying 12 minutes over and over and over and over again, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and who this man is and why he just killed you and your wife. It's fucking great.
Best ongoing: Apex, Final Fantasy 15, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone sucks. Get off my fucking list.
If Destiny was here, I would give it to them.
100%.
I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to give it to motherfucking Fortnite, man.
No, I don't want to give it to Fortnite. Can we give it to Final Fantasy?
No, hang on. Can I get like a one reason?
You asked for best ongoing. Has this shit slowed down?
It still plays Final Fantasy.
Dude, Fortnite has not slowed down, and I wish it did. And it's direct competitors like Apex Legends.
They put Naruto in the game.
They did. They put the entire.
They have Batman. They have Thanos. They got everybody. Like, fuck it, Fortnite, man. Fortnite owns that shit. Best ongoing. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Listen, it's not like we don't respect Fortnite. It's just that we're never gonna play it.
Fuck no.
You respect Fortnite? Because I know I don't.
No.
I respect the cash cow that it's become.
I mean,
and it might be the very first place we see a Marvel and DC crossover.
Yeah, it is. I mean, any. Oh, there was that comic book once, but I mean, yeah. I mean, in motion, sure. Yeah, I got you.
Games for impact. So pro social meaning or message. Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend. That one's mine, by the way. Boyfriend Dungeon. A Colorful Tale, Life is Strange, No Longer Home. So,
Life is Strange, the true colors.
I would like to say Boyfriend Dungeon, just because it's a crossover of a dungeon crawler and a dating sim, and that's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god!
Listen, the moment that thing goes on sale, I'm buying it, and I'm gonna spend 10 hours playing it.
A dungeon crawling dating sim. What's not to love?
And
date your weapon.
I guess so. I don't know. Life is Strange has always been a very deep kind of story to it, though.
Fair, but I don't know anything about True Colors.
And me neither. But if it's in the Life is Strange vein, I'm thinking it's gonna be probably really good on the storytelling.
Yeah.
I'd understand if we want to give it there. Then
it's one of. I'll say. I mean, hey, if you want to stick to Boyfriend Dungeon, sure. But I mean, Life is Strange is one of the few games I've seen actual grown streamers cry playing.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
So there's that.
Sure.
Let's give it a Life is Strange. As much as I want to support the indie, I'm going to support the indie in my own way.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Best performance. So we have Alex from Life is Strange, Anton from Far Cry 6, Colt from Deathloop, Mommy from Resident Evil Village, and Juliana from Deathloop. And here's why I said that: A, well, reasons, and B, because I can't say that word. I've tried so many times.
Lady Dimitrescu?
Dimitrescu?
Mommy.
You don't pronounce the U. It's very French. You just go Dimitrescu.
I said what I said.
French people.
But Mommy, yes. She was great. Actually, she was over Giancarlo Esposito because I love Giancarlo Esposito and he's a menace, but he's a very good menace. But like I don't like Resident Evil Village very much, but I'll tell you right now that she was a fucking menace, yo. And when she was mad, I felt that shit. I respected that shit. I ran. So yeah.
She killed it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. Best audio design: Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet & Clank, Resident Evil Village, Returnal.
Village, because that was really good on sound design. I'll give it that much.
It has to for horror game.
Yeah, it was really good for that.
10-4
over anything else.
Without question. Best score and music: The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk 2070 Can't Play, Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians Galaxy, Neo Replicant version 1. I'm not saying all those numbers again.
Oh my god.
Do you want to throw this one as another for Beastie? He likes Deathloop.
I have yet to hear any of the music from.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kind of in for Guardians, honestly.
I have Cybertronian ears, and so I don't mind Cyberpunk. Like the soundtrack on that was pretty dope. Still,
wow.
Yeah, But yeah, I mean, BC ain't here, so I mean, if we're gonna give it to one, I mean, if Deathloops is that kind of game for him, I mean, I'll give it that, right? It's the
Yeah,
same. It must be the same how I feel about Doom soundtrack. God damn, Doom soundtrack's so good.
Doom soundtrack.
Doom soundtrack
Fucking
playing on a
shit.
Game Boy 10-4.
The Doom soundtrack.
Best art direction: Artful Escape, Deathloop, Canna, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank.
Kenna's pretty.
Yeah, I would say
Pretty.
so. Yeah, or
Yeah, that's
Psychonauts, one of the two,
pretty.
but I'll go Kenna because it's a brand new IP to me, and I will give it
baby.
that. Yeah.
It's a baby.
Best narrative: Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, Psychonauts 2.
Oh man, this is tough.
That's hard because I'm actually kind of torn to give it to It Takes Two.
It's the idea. That one is a very heavy story.
It's tough. You don't want to play it, but it's a good narrative.
But once you're in the adventure, it sucker punches the ever-loving shit out of your heart.
Yo, bro, when you have to go and hurt that fucking stuffed elephant, yeah, that shit sucked, man. Yeah, It Takes Two because it made you live out some shit. That was not cool.
Best game direction: Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts, Ratchet and Clank.
It Takes Two. You know why? Because if you want to be like Toy Story, you got your chance.
Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Yeah, man, that was it was really good. You got to feel the feel of like roaming around a giant house at miniature size, and that's what you got out of this game. It made you feel like Toy Story for real. Yeah.
Sure.
So, and now we're at the big one. Game of the Year: Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village.
I'm gonna go Metroid Dread. I'm going Metroid Dread.
And mostly
in this case, because simple was key, and you didn't have to do much with Metroid.
Just had to make a Metroid game.
And they knew what to do with it, right? It gave you almost everything you needed out of old Metroid, some stuff from Metroid Prime. Everything was in there, kind of make it like one whole good cohesive narrative. And I feel like you got yourself a good old Metroid game, but like that added presence of Emmy, because you never got that in the old games, right? You had to actually like move because you're on. Yeah, because you have to move.
Table's girlfriend. Yep.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. I felt like Metroid for simplicity is always best, man, and they knew what to do with that, and they kept it very simple, but with brand new stuff in there. And over everything else, man. Yeah.
To add on to that, the fact is, whoever nominated Metroid Dread to get onto this list knew what was going to happen because A, it's a Nintendo game, and B, it is a well-beloved franchise that got its epic return.
It's been a long time since we've had a Metroid game.
And I feel inclined to give it the win because Metroid needs to be put on the same level of Mario and Zelda, and it's not.
Well, look, you need this needs to happen if you want Metroid Prime 4 and shit like that. You need this shit to happen. You need this shit to win. Period.
You need this game to be so critically acclaimed, and it scores 9 out of 10s across the fucking board, sometimes 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, man.
It's a great fucking game.
Metroid
Honestly, I'm
Dread
surprised. I'm surprised this game wasn't up for audio and sound design also, because that shit was immaculate, man.
It was.
I'm surprised.
Let's just blow through the last ones. Just get to a perfect score here.
Best esports?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call of Duty, CS:GO, Dota, League of Legends,
Counter-Strike.
10-4. Best esports athlete, not the dude named Simp or Simpleton.
Oh my god.
Showmaker, Collapse, or Tens.
Showmaker's a fun nickname.
I like Showmaker. He seems like a cool ass dude.
10-4. Esports team, the FaZe Clan, something Kia.
I think that's Showmaker on the Kia team.
Okay.
I think so.
10-4.
We'll support that guy. Whoever
Best
he is.
esports coach. Oh, I have not a hot fucking clue who any of these people
Who the
are.
fuck are these people?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Every year we do
Like,
this, we go, who are these people? And we all go, I don't know. And we just go, pick one.
Okay, Crowder sounds like a reference to that one absolutely fucking horrible guy who has that terrible conservative show, so fuck him.
Oh wait, and also on that note, how's your nickname your last name? What? Crowder.
The one guy's has leet speak in it, and I don't like that. The other
Blade?
guy on the far end has 2 Ks next to it. I don't like that either. I like the idea of a silent coach, I'll be honest. Coach that doesn't fucking
He's just looking at you going.
I think that's fun. Let's go with silent.
You don't like Andre Blade? I can't pronounce that last name.
Hordowenskia?
Yeah.
Horodensky?
Wow. Okay. Best esports event. Jesus fucking Christ. International 2021.
That's the Vegas. Let's go with that.
And here's why. Because it doesn't feature a game's title in its title.
Yeah, we don't know.
Right, yeah. The International 2021. There you go. Yeah, take it.
All right, perfect 30. We want to thank you all.
Prize.
Yeah, we want to thank you all for joining us through that nonsense. If you want more of us, you can find us on Twitter at Crusade Nerd, on Instagram at Nerd Crusade, on Facebook by searching Nerd Crusade as well. You can find us here on Twitch twice a week, once for our Monday Night Mixer, and here for our Itty Bitty Nerd Committee. You can find our sister show, the Nerd Crusade Podcast, wherever you find them across the interwebs. Mm-hmm. What we like to do at the end of our show is point you all in the direction where we can either continue conversations or we can play lots more games. Let's see what our choices are tonight. We have Smash Bros. Pokemon.
Which one?
Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And they are shiny hunting a shiny Chimchar that they are calling Harambe Jr. I tuned in a little earlier today.
That's really funny.
VR chat with friend of the show. Another friend of the show, Apex Legends. And the guy from Letterkenny, he goes, Stuart, playing Valorant.
I kind of like the shiny hunting.
Yeah. You know what? I've been feeling Pokemon lately, man.
It's a real bitch of a thing to do, especially when you're shiny hunting a starter. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shino, you can borrow Pearl if you want.
Why, thank you.
All right. With that in mind, we will catch everybody later.
Have a good night.
Alrighty.
Nicely done, folks.
Yep.